Welcome back. Jeff Shears Show, of course, the one and the only. Jeff Shears, the Negro with the glasses, back in full effect. Tired of shit from this weird-ass holiday in the middle of the week. Happy 4th of July to those who were there and not. Let me introduce the room like I always do. Truth, thank you for being here, sir.
Always. Yeah, that was kind of a throw-off. Like, I thought because it was on Wednesday, everybody would have the rest of the kind of week off or something.
Nah, bro.
And it was like, nah, everybody's back to work on Thursday.
That shit was fucked up. Yeah, it was really fucked up in the office today because like nobody was here. Either people took off beginning of the week or they took off at the end of the week.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so like everybody you need to get shit done is not in the fucking office. So I was like, that's cool. Fuck you, motherfuckers. And every problem and issue came in. Today was a real fuck you day. So fuck you. That's exactly what it was. Before we jump into our main topic, there was a couple other topics I was thinking about pulling out, but I was just a little too tired. Did you hear about Diddy and his racist CEO?
Oh, no.
Allegedly, a revolt has a racist CEO.
Now, is the guy white, black, or?
A female.
She's a female.
She is Indian.
Oh, wow. This is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Red dot, not feather, for those hip-hop heads. Nigga, I remember that line.
So she's Indian. She works for a black man.
Yeah.
And she has issues with what race?
Blacks. Allegedly.
Oh, you got to break this one down, please.
So according to Vlad TV, this is shit that just really hit me. I really wanted to pull out a picture there. It's listed on Vlad TV and another site too that was on there, like CBS or something news. That who left? It was all right. So her name is Roma Kana, if I'm saying it correctly. I believe Kana. Huh?
That's jokes all day, right?
Well, Kana's the last name. Roma Kana. Yeah.
Kinda might be a racist, kinda might not be a racist, you know.
Not kinda, comma, nigga, kinda. Oh shit! Where the hell is my thing? I was trying to see. Okay, so she was she is being alleged of being insulted or intimidated by black women. So meaning she's scared or frightful when black women come in, or powerful black women. She made a statement about Meek Mill when he was crusading, talking about for prison reform. Well, while he is crusading, I should say, because he's still doing that. Maybe the conversation, her comment, which was recorded by the person who made the complaint, which is a person who left the company, who's saying maybe the conversation isn't about prison reform. Maybe it's about how to stay out of jail, black boy.
Really?
Yeah. The person also claims that 30% of the revolt staffers that were laid off, 99% of them were black. So
this nigga's another Oprah.
Another Oprah?
Yeah. Oprah only got one black person on her motherfucking staff.
She got some cameramen, nigga. Fuck out of here. Nigga, they talking about.
One black person on her motherfucking staff.
Hey, at this point, Diddy is allegedly standing by her. But I found it funny, though. I was just like, this is the way of the world. When you hire somebody of a certain age, I'm trying to piece my thoughts on this. They're going to come with their own bigotry, their own thoughts or prejudices about anybody or any certain age group or anything. If you look at us now, I'm 35 and above. I can't stand that mumble rap shit. Let's be honest. I find myself looking like my dad, like, what the fuck? What he said? What is this? What is this beat? Oh my God. What happened to instruments? I'm like, nigga, what happened to synthesizers? And nigga, and samples. That's exactly what the fuck I find myself saying. It's common. But it's about, can you move past those issues to make not to make, but to be a successful human being in business, a successful human being in life. I can't think that way all the time when I see somebody or I have to judge them or do something for them for work. Hopefully this lady doesn't think that way when she sees somebody of color or a black person every day in her office, because there are tons of minorities, blacks, dark Hispanics, and all the other shit that she's intimidated or felt by. One of your main bosses is fucking black. I know the board got a few other black people on it.
I don't know about that one.
There's a few other black people on it. So in some shape or form, she has to be okay to get to it. But this is normal in my eyes because she is of a certain age. Any thoughts from you? Because I wanted to find this one thing that told me about her.
I just, what bothers me about this situation is I think black people are always worried about the wrong things when it comes to the whole pro-blackness and all this other stuff. And you're saying white person this and white person that. And what you're not paying attention to is the black people that actually do have some kind of finance never hire black people at all.
This is true.
You know, this is a man, I guarantee you, who doesn't have a predominantly black staff. It doesn't happen.
This is true.
All right, so he has a young lady who is of an Indian descent who obviously doesn't know anything about the black culture.
She knows
being
about the
scared of, now I understand some black chicks are ratchet as hell. They could be defensive. Oh, why he got this bitch up there running shit. And I understand that. But you need a woman, white, black, I don't care if she's purple. You need a woman that understands the this day and age and music and all this other things and understands different cultures.
She knows about entertainment. I'll give her that. Big background. She was the president at MGM for the TV group and digital distribution.
Right.
President at Universal NBC for digital initiatives in London's branch. She did Chum Television. Diddy is moving into TV heavy. We know this. He's taking Joe Buttons and going to do a show with him. He's taking a couple other people. He's taking The Breakfast Club. He's building shows, whether they be on the web, whether they be somewhere, they're TV brands and shows. She knows how to move content and what she needs to do to move content.
Should she be...
Go ahead, what you gonna say?
I was saying, but she need to be like marketing manager, not like running shit. Like that's your lane. You're good at it. Stay in it.
Yeah, but everybody moves up, nigga. You don't just stay the janitor all the time. Like, I'm great with the mop, nigga, but goddamn.
But if you don't know how to work the fucking boards, nigga, then you need to be the janitor.
Well, she obviously can work the boards, just a bit. Allegedly, the chick got a slick mouth. Marketing, you know what I mean? That's it.
Well, shit, most women got slick mouths. Marketing is what
most
you're
women
good
got
at.
Slick mouths.
Dealing with people is what you're not good at. So why would I put you in a position to be uncomfortable? Because that's pretty much what she is.
Yeah, but as a CEO or whatever portion or distribution or whatever area, you don't have to deal with certain people. She's only going to deal with the uppity up. You get what I'm saying? She's not dealing with the everyday dudes.
Well, if you
so maybe, but the everyday dudes are around her, you know, abiding to her whim. So they probably heard her make that slip comment because she thought she was in a trusted space.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It's like if you let these bitches be bugging out at the office, you know what I mean? But like, oh my God, he calling women bitches. But any other time, it was the dudes. They'd be like, yeah, you right. You know, it would have been accepted. It's a fucked up thing, but it looks funny for an Indian woman to be saying these comments about black people at a black-owned company.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, you know, that's why it looks so funny, huh?
Why do you think it's a black-owned company?
Well, Diddy is the face of it, so they believe it's the black-owned company.
See,
it's his group, his foundation.
I don't care
if he
group
is or black, whatever it is.
Nigga, you ain't got no black staff, predominantly black staff.
What's up, folks watching?
You pretty much didn't do a Black Panther company. Like Black Panther was a 99.9 predominantly black film, and it killed at the box office.
No, nigga, that was just the black people in it.
Saying at the like when you created something, like what movie can you tell me besides Black Panther, had a predominantly black cast. Most of these movies is having white people play black people. Like gods in Egypt or whatever. They had white people play Egyptians. That shit bombed at the fuck. Like, black people like, all right, we're enough. So what I'm saying is, if you're this person, now we all know Diddy as far as a businessman is phenomenal. Now, other people making money, that shit ain't gonna happen with him because that's just the way it is. But what I'm saying is, okay, she's good at that. Keep her in her lane. I don't care if you're dealing with the board, you're dealing with multimillionaires. If you are uncomfortable and nervous around these people, then you're not presenting yourself, because when you go to places, you're an extension of me.
Right.
So if you're going places being uncomfortable around, because, hey, I don't care what you want to say, black women are running shit now. They got money. They're doing a lot of things now. So if
over 67% of his company is women. That's what that's their claim to fame.
So, okay, now you're surrounded with a large amount of people who you're uncomfortable around.
Right.
That's like putting not a KKK. We know them niggas ain't racist. They just stupid. If you put like a true like neo-Nazi person and put him in an all-black college.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you really asking for people to be uncomfortable around them both ways.
I understand, but she signed up for this.
She signed up for that fucking paycheck.
You're right, but this is what comes with the paycheck. You know, you know what you were stepping into. It was revolt.
Right.
This shit wasn't true TV, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. No, it's revolt. You knew what his background was: entertainment and music of hip hop and R&B, mostly black genres of music. You knew what the fuck you was getting. He was trying to become another Vice. So he's bringing on all these hip-hop people, all these other types of people, all these types of people that it's standard. You know what I'm saying? He's asking you, how can I market this? How can I do this? What's the structure? What do we need? What's the team we need in place? How do we do this?
Which is smart.
That's what you're there for. No, and we're not taking anything from her for being smart. But she got a little too comfortable and let the shit slip. Because everybody knows you can't be doing this shit in a corporate setting or any other type of setting. There are things like non-disclosures. There are things of, I forgot what it is. Other, secrecies or policies. I forget the exact name or term, but where you cannot speak of what happens in here, you know. And I think it's right of Diddy to support his CEO. Like, nah, I don't see nothing wrong. You know, not that you see anything wrong, but, you know, he said these are just allegations. The person is no longer with the company and yada, 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 yada. You know, we don't believe it.
Well, I mean, that is also, too, because you do have some people who leave, you know what I mean? And they're like, all right, well, you know, I did hear something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start putting shit out there, and hopefully I can, you know, create enough issues and problems. So, I mean, like I said, it might be a possibility where it's not true.
I believe it's true. I'm going to be 100% honest. I believe that shit is true. She is a Indian woman of a certain age. Her background and growth, where you see where she comes from her culture, you know what I mean? I totally can believe that shit is true of what she would think of them. You know, I have no idea. I have no doubt in my mind, I should say. I have no doubt in my mind that she is so far removed from it that she wouldn't say this. Nah. Not at all. Because these are what they think of certain people of ideas or things to capitalize off of, which they are. Let me take the money from them. Let me tweak this. Let me use this stuff to my advantage so I can get the money. Of course, get the views. Views translate to money. We all know how that shit works. I totally believe it. But now, what do you expect him to do? Because if she is living up to her title or expectations, can't do nothing. She's doing good. She's bringing in money for the company.
That's, unfortunately, certain times where people start to get to the point they were like, all right, listen.
Yeah.
She is making that money. You know, she's making me money, so pretty much she can say whatever the fuck she want to say or whatever situation may be.
She called a few guys niggas. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean? Some people might be to the point to where it's like, all right, well, we'll let that slide. Or, you know what I mean, we'll talk about it. and we'll see what can or can't be done, or we'll brush it underneath the sea. Because I mean, there are people out there that are saying the N word, all kinds of S words or whatever when other people ain't around, and they feel comfortable because they're around them other 1%ers.
Right.
And again, there are certain individuals that do hear this or that or whatever situation may be, and hey, okay, you want to fire me? All right, let me cause some shit.
Right. I get it. I definitely get it. It's a shame that it came out. I mean, there's a lot of big things in the work that's supposed to be coming out for Revolt, and I know a lot of that shit is lined up to hit. I do believe your theory. Somebody is trying to maneuver or do something against it, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. I just thought it was funny. It came out and Diddy, he stood by his girl. Well, his CEO, which is it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You say he's doing the some kind of to a certain extent, he's doing the right business move.
Yeah,
we'll say that. And what it is it's allowing him to do some kind of back check or let me dot my I's and cross my T's, because yes, she is educated and she probably got as good as lawyer as he does.
Of course.
So he doesn't want to get himself in a lawsuit stuff. So he's going to support her. He's going to do his due diligence and have people do background checks or whatever it is they need to do. And then once he does that, he comes up with whatever, then he can come out and be like, all right, well, I did. He can say, you know what? I did come out and support. But
of course,
the facts of the case have proven otherwise, and now I can fire her and not have to worry about getting hit with a lawsuit.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Definitely something to think about, because this stuff goes on a lot of times in other companies. Be mindful of this thing. Some of the companies that they claim are pro-you and they love this, they really not. It's all the way to get over. But just be mindful. I found it entertaining, that somebody spilled the beans on the way out. They're probably in that 30% that got fired. I can't knock them. You know what I mean? Just burn the building when I leave. Fuck it.
I'm just disappointed in him. There are a lot of other individuals out there that do have finances, backgrounds, and that maybe Latin or whatever the situation is. And like I said, I really don't care about.
She's probably the best for the job.
The situation. I just want a person. You have a person who's going to be surrounded by a melting pot of cultures. Then you need someone that can mesh with that, instead of having someone who's feared by a specific type of race.
But it comes with the age group and the thing. You get what I'm saying? If you get a white person from the Midwest that's your age, he done said nigga around us a couple of times. He's scared of people. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about many times before. You have so many of these individuals who haven't seen a black person today. The only time they've ever seen a black person has been on TV. And a lot of them don't actually get the chance to see a black person face to face until they actually go to college.
Bruh.
And that's fucking scary.
She Indian. If she played true to the game, she ain't see, or really had a lot of interaction with people of other colors or things, probably till college. She's been doing her entertainment thing for 20 years.
But that's and you made a great point.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, depending on what she's done or how she's done it.
Yeah.
The best way. The situation is like you can, because you are of a certain status, you haven't been around
right
a certain amount of people. That's for the
at a certain amount of time in her life. Yes.
So the black women she has been around, like, I ain't gonna say Oprah type because Oprah's a billionaire, but you something along.
But probably already rich, already grew up with money. Yes.
Black people who were raised in Bel Air, like the only time they saw the hood is passing that shit over their jet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So she's not scared of them, but she's scared of the ones that, okay, now I got a couple of dollars, but bitch, I'm still hood.
Right. And now that she's playing in that field, because that's what Revolt is bringing them. You get what I'm saying? And she's turning in the fucking kings and queens, or she has the ability to, but I don't know. You know, I honestly don't know. I think they're trying to do a Mona Scott over there.
I mean, it's like I said, it's
possible. It can be done.
Super intelligent. Like I've always said about Puff, the man is a fucking genius when it comes to
of course. I'm not gonna
stuff
knock
like
him.
that. And I'm not mad at him. But the only issue that really bothers me with him is the fact that, you know, again, when it comes to the finances actually paying out, he don't do that. And, you know, he could have had the greatest record label of all times, ever. You really think of the people he has touched. He has been around musically. Faith Evans, I mean, she can sing, she can write. Biggie, Black Rob, like, you know, the list goes, Mace, you know, the list goes on and on, 112. Like, we could keep going.
Right.
Thomas or whatever, and all these guys, albums sold. Mary J. Blige, you know what I mean? The albums sold. So imagine if he shared the money properly, what that record label would be like right now.
Well, he grew up in an era where he, you know, was taught this is how you capitalize off of people.
Arel made sure everybody was taken care of.
LL, you said who?
No, I said Andre Arel, who he came underneath from Uptown. I mean, Uptown when he was.
Oh, no, not necessarily who the
he
people.
He was taught the shit.
Yeah, but not necessarily the people he was mentoring under. You know what I'm saying? What he was taking from them. But he grew up in this era where we always hear the Jews robbing from the blacks in entertainment. You understand? Like, we have all these hundreds of contracts, and we're taking money from you each a different way. And now he gets a chance to get up there. He's going to do what they did. Just an example. But you understand? So it's like, okay, that's what he's learning from. He got the connections, and he learned the how do you do the business through Andre Harrell. Yeah, no problem. You know, made his own shit. Shit was great. You know what I mean? But
see, situations like that remind me of what was the guy who This Is How We Do It? Martell Jordan, I think that's his name. He did a show where it was him, KRS-One, and a couple other people, and he did a show where they were, you know, hearing unsigned talent.
yeah.
He was super hard on them, to the fact where the other two judges was like, yo, he's like, well, I just want to get them ready, because when it was coming up, it wasn't easy for me, so I want them to know that.
Right.
And my thought, even back then, what else went through my mind was, okay, well, if it went through hard for you, you should be making it easy for others, because you had to jump through the hoop. Now, I'm not telling you to sign them right here and there, but explain to them, show them how this game works. Let them see how to maneuver around it so they can be successful. He just was down at, your sneakers, shoes untied. You know what I mean? That line is crooked. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, instead of him doing it differently.
You got it, but again, this is what I mean with Puff. He saw how they were getting the money this way. He learned what he had to learn to get to that level. He got to that level. He started getting the money that way too, allegedly. You know what I mean? So we know. Well, I understand.
You're a good dude. I ain't saying allegedly. You know damn well.
I wasn't signed to no contract. Shit. For the right price, he may give us a pro contract. Nigga, like, yeah, which I need, nigga.
Nah, I'm good. You're not gonna eat. Like, here's the thing. Like, you look at a person's track record. I don't care how much money. You know what I mean? Like, I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's just more lines of, I know I'm not gonna eat with you. Like,
the way
a
you
band.
need to.
He told them niggas they only was able to get 4 points on the fucking album. Like, nigga, you, it's 12 of these niggas. You give them.
Exactly.
So each of these motherfuckers ain't even getting a penny per unit show. So I said, you're not gonna eat with my man.
I feel you.
Circumstances.
No, I feel you, man. Just something to look forward to, man. But I always find it funny when I see business dealings like this or things like that. I know what goes on behind the closed door or curtain.
Right.
You know, but it's always a shocker to people when, you know, shit like this pops out. And I'm like, duh, you know what I mean? This shit is regular. But who knows, though? Enough about that chick. Let's jump onto the main.
Yeah, you gotta let me know what's going on here, man. I was confused myself about what's going on here.
Happy belated 4th of July.
The 4th of July?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get it, man.
So if you don't know.
No, you know.
Yeah, now you do know. Teresa Patricia Okamuo.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I probably messed that last name up. I'm sorry. 44-year-old young lady.
44?
She's 44.
Okay.
She is a citizen now, but before, she is a native from the Democratic Republic of Congo. If you haven't heard, this is the young lady that climbed the Statue of Liberty on July 4th. Good times. She had court today, July 5th. They let her walk out of court. She made a big statement. So if you don't know, they were actually protesting to abolish ICE at the Statue of Liberty. Now, I don't know how she got to that level because she was climbing by the pedestal, by the foot part, where the cops had to jump up there and get her. She was just chilling, hanging out, would not come down, showing her shirt to do a big statement. The people she was with was like, hey, we ain't know she was going to do all that. We was just down here protesting regular. And she went up there and just jumped up and climbed the thing and did this stuff for a few, I think it was like a couple hours until they pulled her down. The cops had to harness up. As you can see, that's by the foot of the Statue of Liberty. She's up there. I don't know where the hell she thought she was going to go besides falling and to her death. It's a couple of things I want to say down there. You are from the Republic of Congo.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are darker than my sneakers. I have nothing wrong with that. Plenty family members there. You are making it way too easy to give these motherfuckers an excuse to call you some type of gorilla or monkey. Now, I understand you wasn't thinking that way. You know, you was trying to get your point across. People have said you have always been very passionate about your whatever you're supporting or anything like that. But when you do stuff like this, we lose that narrative. Now we see you as an aggressive, angry black lady.
Even without violence?
Yes.
Okay.
Even without violence. You jumped up there, you disobeyed the law. Everybody else was down there chanting, doing whatever. You climbed the motherfucking Statue of Liberty as far as you could and jumped by the feet, talking about you ain't coming down until they come up and grabbed you. You know, you got court. You might face some charges, of course, trespassing and yada, 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 whatever it is. But here's what I hear on the news today. I get home. All right, yeah, incident happened. No problem. They interview your neighbor. Your neighbor says you're an aggressive person that you got in a conflict with about loud noises, and you bang holes in her wall. And then goes on to show the dents. I said, you're making it too easy. I said, because now all we see is you an angry, strong, jump on the ceiling, climb all over a black lady. What the fuck is wrong with this picture? This is what happens when you don't think shit out completely through. It bothers me that this is the new narrative. And they can't say monkey. That's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. They can't say, look at this bitch scaling, because all you see was these pictures here scaling. she just... what do you want to say?
First of all, I'm not believing the people saying, oh, we didn't know she was going to take it this far. You went there with her. You know what type of person she was. Or is. Sorry, she's still alive.
Yes.
You know what type of person she is. And you were shocked by what happened here. First of all, let's give the police department a great thing here. Because they ain't shoot her.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing.
They didn't shoot her. So for all people saying, you know, all cops, all this other stuff, it's just not the truth. You know what I mean? Not all cops are out to, end black lives or whatever situation may be. Here's the issue I have with this young lady. And it's not because of I don't believe in her cause or her passion or a lot of other things people like to say. My issue with this young lady is you're not doing it in the country that the issue is.
Well, no, it was an issue here. They want to get rid of ICE.
Okay. ICE is going to be around. You know why? Because America wants to continue to put their fingers and their thumbs and pots that it shouldn't be in.
True.
Because there are billionaires who want to remain to be billionaires. So there's oil, there's this, there's that.
Yeah, we don't want to cross that line.
Yeah, it's not happening. Right. So why you think all these congressmen, these are fucking millionaires, young lady. These are not dollar heirs like us. These are fucking millionaires who want to be in politics. Why? Because they get their pockets greased. They get to set up other ventures in the future.
Yeah,
it's a business. And go to where ICE is. They're always going to have sales here. Why? Because there's going to be someone who's going to allow someone to come in the country for dollars. Just like the 9/11, God rest everyone's soul, who lost it there. If a motherfucker tell me I don't want to learn how to land, Bell should go the fuck off.
Just teach me how to fly this shit, nigga.
What nigga in his right mind gonna tell you, let me show you how to take off, I want to learn how to level, I want her to do the loop-de-loop, but I don't want to learn how to land.
Exactly.
And he ain't got no motherfucking parachute. Those are the individuals that continue to let ISIS and all these other individuals survive and thrive because of greed. That's what America is. It's full of greed, where you can say 99% of the world is fucking poor and 1% is fucking filthy rich, and we're cool with it.
You right.
So, other than you climbing the Statue of Liberty, sitting on the Statue of Liberty, are you willing to put some things together, go to where ISIS actually is, and protest them there? No. Why? Because they'll billy club your ass at the motherfucking airport. You know what I mean? You just had women, I think a week ago, just were able to drive in the daylight. They just, all these hundreds of years.
In Dubai,
they weren't allowed to drive.
And go to movie theaters and shit, too. So
now they're allowed to go to the movie theater and drive in the daylight. So if you're going to go to one of these countries that where these issues are happening and protest, I give you all the credit in the world. But don't do it in the safety of America, where if somebody put their hands on you, they could go to jail.
That's why people do it here. You know? That's why people do it here. They ain't stupid.
She got some serious upper body strength. I just want to point that.
I see.
Yeah.
There is a CBS report saying all the times this lady has been in trouble. 2017, she was arrested at the State Department of Labor for an incident where she had her mouth covered for refusing to leave a building, and police ordered her, and she kicked and flailed her arms against the police while refusing to get in the ambulance.
Okay, first that's an assault. Let's get that out the way.
There you go.
Right. But then, is she here? She's a citizen, or what is she? She's
a citizen now.
She's a citizen now.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Look at it, people.
She was in a Trump makes me sick or makes us sick protest. Rise and resist. She had these shirts saying on this. She usually switches certain things, but she's always been like getting in trouble or outspoken or doing something like this.
Okay, we will give this young lady a citizenship, but not people who have kids here. Just putting that out there. People who get kids were born here, even though they won't. We're taking their kids.
Well,
put them in camps.
She did it the right way, though. She didn't just pop up from the Congo.
Well, I'm saying is, I understand that.
Yo, you know what I mean?
But
you can't walk.
Here's a person that has a citizenship who has repeated issues with authority, but she's still allowed to keep her citizenship. But you have someone, yes, they are here illegally. I will say that. But their child isn't. So you're literally shipping parents back to countries, ripping them from their parents, and the kids are sitting in fucking like concentration camps. Like young 5, 6, 7-year-olds. That's traumatizing. So if you're looking at your future ISIS, hello. You looking at your future terrorists. Hello.
But nigga, they gave him PS4. Nigga, what the fuck you want me to do? I mean, I get it.
But look at that though. Look at the thought and the planning that goes into some shit like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna rip your parents from you.
Then I'm gonna send you to
But you
school.
be able to Minecraft all motherfucking day long. They probably got Kool-Aid, all kinds of soda and shit.
Yeah.
And they're hitting these kids with the okie doke.
No,
But
you're
then
right.
Creating something there. You're creating a angry individuals right there.
You're creating, some type of PTSD, some
Right.
shit that stays
So
with the person.
you think something
It's a
would be
traumatic
worked out
experience.
for those parents.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? You're here now. All right, now you gotta get a job. You got 3
Right.
months to get a job. You got 6 months to learn a language. Give me something here.
Right.
Not a person who's kicking police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Violating the Statue of Liberty. We all know that's not the real Statue of Liberty, but violating, climbing. What if this chick fell and broke a leg? She ready to fucking sue.
And you know that would be the crazy part. The police made me fall. Nigga, like, wait, what?
She's ready to sue. This man is there. He's trying to talk to her. He's trying to talk her down. They ain't got no snipers. Like, just hit the bitch in the head, and we get it over with. She trespassing anyway. Whatever.
Right.
You know. So listen, I'm not saying your cause isn't good. I mean, isn't a righteous thing. Yes, you know, terrorists and a lot of things, a situation. I just think you're going around it the super wrong way, young lady.
But like I said to my point, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negative things about her.
Absolutely.
And now that she scales fucking walls like a human monkey. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you made it too fucking easy.
I mean, she
bro.
got the 6-pack, look like the arms a little cut diesel.
Oh,
so
no,
she
yeah,
got some
yeah.
strength.
She be throwing boulders in the
Yeah,
fucking
you know what I'm
Central Park,
saying?
nigga. That's real easy to see.
Yeah.
She be sitting there, like, yo. No, I do not want to fuck with her, nigga.
Get up in the morning and run 20 miles in 2 minutes type shit. But like I said, listen, I love you. I love what what you believe in. And anybody that believes in something, I understand that. But I'm tired of people not understanding what America is about. This is someone that will sit there and tell you this isn't good for you, but they do it in fine print or super fast, and the government allows them to get away with it because they said it. It's not your fault that you couldn't hear it, but you purposely said it at a speed you knew I was going to have problems with hearing it. That's intent right there.
Ignorance of the law does not excuse you from abiding by the law, which has been always the catch-22 that I always thought. And not because I'll be out there committing crimes or doing shit like that, but I'm like, there's a lot of motherfuckers who don't know every fucking law, and every town has a different law, and every state has a different law.
You're supposed to go to the local thing and check it out.
Yeah, if you didn't know you couldn't park red cars on the fucking left-hand side of the road on a Thursday after July 1st, you get what I'm saying? And you come back to tickets or your shit is towed, ignorance of the law, anytime you go right into court, you be like, excuse me, Your Honor, I'm not from here. You know, I just came in, I'm visiting my grandma.
Don't matter.
Yeah, ignorance of the law does not excuse you.
When you came to this town, you're supposed to come straight to this Hall of Justice.
Exactly.
And look up these 7,000 pages of rules. And just like when we had our meeting the other day, first thing I did, I went online, what time is the meters? I'm good, it's past 6.
Exactly.
I'm good. I ain't gotta worry about paying no parking or whatever.
Exactly. And I don't knock you for it, but this is what happens here. This is America. We can capitalize off of people's ignorance.
Misery, all kinds of stuff.
You know, for every little, I don't want to call it a concentration camp, but for every detention center that they have for those kids, somebody's getting paid off of that. Probably one of our senators or governors. Excuse me. Half of y'all motherfuckers didn't even know them shits existed in the towns that they did. Look at De Blasio walking in like, oh my Lord, I didn't know this shit was right here on 135th. Nigga, like, what?
Let's be real. The only reason it got as big as it did because one of the, I think it was on CNN or whatever, the young Fox, whatever, the young lady, she could not read it.
Right.
To the fact that where she pretty much was in tears and was dead ass, yo, listen, somebody else is gonna have to read this. I'm out.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody else is going to have to read this. I'm out. So when you have somebody on that level that can sit there and say Gunna got choked the fuck out, all right, back to the news. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can say that shit, but you can't say kids being detained They're not being beaten. They're just being detained, taken away. Niggas is playing Minecraft and shit, so they good. You know what I'm saying?
Getting extra juice boxes.
Yeah, so these dudes are good. So, you know what I mean? That's why it was like, whoa, if you could have someone on that level and you see the passion, like this lady was about to break into tears reading this.
Yeah.
And was like, you know what? I can't do it. That's it for the night.
I get it.
And have you really heard anything since? Honestly,
it's a good way to stress the issue and make everybody aware and everybody. That's the new thing. I understand, but this has been going on for a while. This shit ain't nothing new. You know, the numbers may picked up because Trump's in there pushing the issue. You know, ICE is doing overtime. They're trying to hire new agents, etc. All these other services, the immigrations, the things are going on.
That business is booming right now. I need to go apply for that shit right now.
Yeah, nigga, we could be some county rangers. Nigga, roll up in a truck like, yo,
all they niggas is asking for is high school diploma, nigga. We teach you everything else.
If that. I understand. I'm not knocking it. But in a way, it backfires because now Trump is like, well, they can stay together, but you got to get back on that side of the wall. So take little man with your monkey ass. You know what I'm saying? We see you when you turn 18.
Hey, we had this discussion on Chicks and Flicks, and I said, listen, yes, it is a bad thing, but a law was broken. So you have people that were here illegally not paying taxes.
Yeah, you got to remember. We work for companies. So companies or government agencies, whatever. First thing they do is take their piece out of your check.
Woo! Like, who the fuck is FICA?
First thing they do is take your piece out of the
Who's
check.
FICA?
Yeah. Unless you own your own business and you pay yourself first, and then you worry about paying the government later. The first thing they do, any company, I don't give a fuck what school you went to, whatever you're doing, unless it's like you getting a direct contract or something like that, they take their piece first. They goes right down payroll, like, oh, this is the blah, blah, blah percentage of this.
Absolutely.
Bang. You know?
And we're not saying...
Those people... No, go ahead. Those people, and I used to watch them time and time, they'll work, and a lot of people pay under the table. Under the table, $70,000 with taxes taken out hurts. $70,000 with no taxes taken out,
Cha-ching.
pretty fucking good. Let me just tell you that right now. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Even if you get your taxes back, they always take more than what you're supposed to get back, and you got to wait to get a refund. So now you're talking about they may take about $15,000. So that's 15 left you got for the year. That may be a little Honda. That may be extra mortgages payments. You know, whatever it could have equated to for the year or something like that. These people capitalize off of that. They come in, they put that towards the house, they build a house, they bring their cousins and friends and family. Everybody's working under the table. They pool their money together. They go build out a business or something like that. I get it. I'm not knocking them.
I love the mentality and the way they do it, because it kills me how other people, black people, aren't doing the same thing.
We were never taught that. We were always taught to be, go against each other.
And it's just more lines of like, I'm sorry, asking for a different reaction, doing the same shit is fucking stupidity, insanity, right. Whatever. These individuals, and they're hard workers. They want to work. They'll come bust a job out quick, fast, measurements, whatever need to be done. Great work, Amen. And I don't think these individuals are the problems. I think it's the business owners that are the problems, because they would rather pay someone. And
you said exactly where I'm going, because they'd rather pay somebody off the books and get something. There was this trucker dude. He used to work off the books. He would get $2,500 a week. Fucking nice.
I remember them checks.
Be at the fucking thing like clockwork every Friday. Dude had to be, this was like 10 years ago for me. He had to be about my age now. So he had to be like 31 at the time. If he did 10 years of that, you get what I'm saying? He is fucking caking money. Let me pull up this calculator because I'm too old to do this, man. But it's 52 weeks in a year. It's $130,000. Tax-free.
And you're living in a house with multiple people. Everyone's cooking. They're not eating out.
you got to remember, they're not buying houses in Wyckoff, Tenafly, Ramsey, where your shit gonna be $700. You know, the cheapest house is the shack that went for like $642. You know what I mean? Because the boiler is on the outside of the house and shit. No. They buying the shits in Garfields, Lodi's. You get what I'm saying? Those mother-daughter houses, reconditioning them, buying a house for $200. The nigga made $130.
Yeah, fixing it the hell up.
The nigga made $130. You get what I'm saying? And okay, now I ain't gotta worry about it. He can take care of the kids. The wife, she come and get a little part-time babysitting gig, so she watch everybody else's little rug rats. You know, you got a homie in there, he renting a room. That's another $700 a month or whatever it is income. You get what I'm saying? So after a while, they're not stupid. They done bought a bunch of properties and do the things like this. I say this, and I'm not knocking against everyone. I know a bunch of people done that who are some good folks, and they have their shit together. They're legal and whatever. I got no problems, but when I come across the cases, there was this case of a guy in Midwest. I believe I've said this shit before. The guy in the Midwest had been in the country for like 13 years. In this 13 years' time, illegally, he got married to a white lady. I believe they had a kid together. She had 2 kids prior.
Okay.
He brought a business from her sister, a restaurant. Successful by means. He was interested in buying another location, expanding the business. You know, he gets detained. ICE comes in and they do their roundup. They didn't even do a roundup. You know, they would just found him but away because he was just lily-willy, had multiple cars, wife had to quit. You get what I'm saying? He was chilling. Regular nice dude. They was going on vacations. They had them in the Grand Canyon and everything. Life was doing good. You know what I mean? They find his ass, go and get him. The guy says, I never had no money to pay to start my visa process or citizenship. Okay, it could cost a couple of grand. I give you that. My nigga, how much does a business cost out in the Midwest? I was just like, how much did you pay the fucking sister for the business? I was like, what'd you pay, $20? Like, what the fuck did we do?
Excuse.
But that's my point.
That bothers me.
That's what gets you mad.
Because you have individuals who really want to be here, who really want to be successful, who have business, who's paying taxes.
Like this lady.
You know, and these are the individuals, you know, that you want here. And not, like I said, not the other situations where people who are comfortable with not being here. And I blame the United States for that.
Right.
The United States doesn't have a home language.
Right.
You have people that, as long as you stay in your community, you don't have to speak a lick of English because you can thrive in your community.
You have to understand what that sets up. The only way you can truly know or understand it, you know, you do your due diligence. You study histories and things like that. Everybody gets mad because places like Spain, places like England, you know, they took over the thing. We all speak English because they was our masters. Not our masters, they took over. You all rock with the queen now. Y'all Christians, say hi to Jesus. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. And here you go. Spain. Spain's conquered many a land. South America here, the Caribbeans, all you Spanish-speaking places. French has been all over. Look at the, what they call it, Baton Rouge and all that other stuff. All these French things. Until we brought it back. You know what I mean? Had to pay little money for it. These little things add up. We don't have anything for that. So I always say, what is it to be American? I say to capitalize and be selfish.
Pretty much.
I was like, other than that, there's nothing else.
That's what's being taught.
I said, but other than that, there's nothing else.
Continue to step on who you need to step on to be successful.
Because everybody else is something else. I'm Italian American. I'm this American. I'm that American. I'm this Asian American. And I'm like, well, okay, but then what's American? Because you don't go over there and be like, yo, nigga, I'm a American Asian. I'm American. Like, what? Nigga, you Chinese. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Nothing happens that way anywhere you go anywhere else. You know what I mean? Am I wrong?
You want to see a Jamaican Chinese person.
Am I wrong?
Nah.
But you know what I'm saying? Nobody else in the world describes themselves like that.
Nah.
It's only here when you come here. So just pay attention to it. You can fight for whatever you want, but please know what you're fighting for throughout, back and forth. And don't give them fucking ammo for the shit. Lady, God, you ain't have to climb the shit. Goddamn. I get it. I really do get it, but it's just sickening now because everything they did, they got all the negative stuff against you. And I knew that was the first thing they were going to get. Soon as somebody told me, oh, it was a black lady who did it. I was down by the beach. Oh, it's a black lady on the out there. I was like, I think I'll call this bitch a monkey. That was all I thought about. And then I heard she was from the Congo. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm done.
You hear shooting or whatever, you like, where was it? It wasn't black.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you hear like us shooting, one person got shot, 9 out of 10, it was a minority school.
Exactly.
You hear somebody going room for room, that's like, some suburb shit.
Like Rory shooting again. Goddamn, nigga, like, woo.
Oh, the DC snipers, like, that nigga black?
Yeah, like, no. Like, yo,
that's some white people shit.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. It's just, it's mind-boggling after a while. It was like, I get it. You wanna stand out. I do believe you did this for 15 minutes of fame in your own right.
It paid off. We're talking about it.
It does pay off because she got a fucking conference as soon as she got out of the courtroom. Yeah, so it paid off. You got your attention. Abolish ICE. It ain't going nowhere. So don't worry about it. But
I mean, she doesn't have to worry about ICE. She's a citizen. Now, I understand for other individuals who are dealing with, this kind of situation because they are illegally. Okay, I understand that, but it's not like you're illegal too fighting ICE.
Right.
Or like the one dude who was hiding in the church because he wanted to get deported.
A couple people. That's the new move now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, how much is the Catholic Church eating off of this shit?
They're really eating. Because I remember, what was it? Gillies, whatever, the little kid in Florida, they ran up in the house with guns.
Ilion, yes.
And it was like, look, they got guns in his face.
Exactly.
I'm like, black kids had guns in their face forever.
Shit, they getting shot left and right out here now. You can't go play with it.
You going to sit him back there because he ain't a fucking citizen. That's why. Y'all crying, go back with him. I bet y'all won't fucking do that.
Yeah, they sure won't. They sure won't, man. Don't get me started on Cuba, man. Don't even get me started on Cuba. I was like, I never understand. I just want to say one thing. I said I never understand. My father grew up in Cuba from my grandfather being on a military base. And they said, it was all cool until Castro took over. You used to be able to go out freely. So I joke. I said, damn, how many brothers and sisters I got out there? We don't get to see. You know what I mean? But he said, what did he say? He said something about the people, the ones that are over here were the ones that were in power, the ones that had. So that's why they have a resentment of what Castro did. Not to say that Castro changed everything for the better for everybody. No, but those people generally, even though they may be poorer, they don't have the American things or stuff from us, but they still have a lot of stuff. Their healthcare is still better than ours. Free healthcare, by the way, and it's better than ours, nigga. They out there curing. They closer to curing cancer than we are. Ain't that about a bitch?
There is a cure for cancer.
Yeah, I know.
It's just no profit in it.
Yeah. Education through the roof. You just gonna live on $6 a day, and since it's an island, it's nothing you can do. It's just it's land, so you have really a lot of opportunities.
They feed you. And this is why I said, like, certain situations, if you tell someone you're going to be free, not in jail, but you're going to have the opportunity to get free health care, real health care, you're sick, we're going to cure you, we're going to get you right, your kids are going to grow up right, we're going to feed you, what else do you need? You have some people that just have to walk around with $1 zillion in their fucking pocket.
It's the capitalistic way. That's what America. That's what a lot of people didn't want, because at that point in time, you never, in theory, you can't watch your back because you don't know who's ready to come and take the shit from you. You king today, I'm king today. You understand? And so on and so forth. Or I gotta have more than you. Or now life is about something else. It's not about living life and being with your friends and family. It's about me doing this $1 million things or having these budgets or this stuff.
I'm better than you.
Yes.
That's what this country is.
Yes.
I'm better than you.
Idealistic. So I get it, man. But it's funny that I always laugh that he said that. So I don't know. On that note, we're going to get up out of here. True, thank you for being here.
Always.
I'm getting a headache, but I got to run my ass to the gym. I ain't been there in so fucking long, nigga. It's time to get right.
Let's get it, baby.
Oh, my God. Sweating like a super slave when I get out there. We get up with y'all next week, man. Jeff Shears Show. We up out of here.